Okay, welcome to Top 100 series. We're doing Inventions. I'm your host, Pennywise TV.
And I'm your co-host, Unknown Skills.
This week we're doing 80 through 71 inventions. We got 7 more weeks of this, and then after this series, we're going to do something new. Um, so I'll start things off. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
So, number 80, I have swords. These were used quite a lot back in the day. You know, samurais. I think that was the main weapon before we had guns. So it was a big part of history. But swords aren't used anymore. So that's why I have it at number 80. Number 79, television. It's kind of the same thing. Why it's so high up on the list? Television was booming back in the 60s when it was black and white. Then we started getting color. And that's and a big reason television was good is not only sports, but also that's where some of us get the news from. More modern people nowadays get news from, like I get news from Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, internet basically. So that's why television is only 79, because it's not really used that much anymore. So we have number 78. I have condoms. Condoms is pretty useful for preventing pregnancy and also STIs as well. Very important. Some people don't use them, and sometimes it doesn't prevent pregnancy as well. So that's why I have it 78. 77, I have tennis shoes. Tennis shoes is pretty important. It's not the most innovative invention on the list because tennis shoes has been around for thousands of years. It's just been more reformed, better over time. Um, and yeah, number 76, I have currency slash money. I don't think money is that useful. It's really just we're giving something of value, a piece of paper basically, that by itself it has no value, but we give it a value and it's backed by the banks and U.S. government. If we had no money today, nothing would really change because before money, we would just trade goods. So it's just another form of trading. That's why money is pretty high up on the list at 76. Number 75, I have rocket ships. Rocket ships are the not really that important to the average man. Who cares about space, right? Moons, planets, we'll never visit. Some of us don't even think it's real. But it's nice to be able to entertain the imagination because we have rocket ships supposedly that can gather data on the nearby moons and the planets and the stars. So rocket ships are important in that way. Number 74, I have wine. Wine is more important back in the day, especially when people had to take long journeys on ships. A lot of people was getting, what's the disease called?
Seasick?
It's where you don't get enough vitamin C. Scandi,
No, I don't know.
scavy. I think it's called scavy. But wine, I don't know if I learned this from Vinland Saga or somewhere else, but wine was basically used. That's why a lot of people have wine on their ships because of the vitamin C content, so they don't get scabby. So number 73, I have bread. Bread is a pretty staple component in a lot of people's cultures. A lot of cultures have bread now. Um, and it's just an easier way to consume food. I don't know what they were doing back then, but bread is pretty important now. I don't really eat bread anymore. I think most modern people don't really eat bread a lot. There's always going to be studies that say this is good or this is not. A lot of people nowadays think bread is bad.
Does that mean you don't eat like sandwiches and burgers?
Of course I do. But I don't eat it as much as I used to.
Okay.
Number 72 is ATMs. Um, and it's pretty high on the list because I don't really use ATMs that often. And it's really just a form, a machine where you can get your money. It's kind of similar to the bank system, but the ATMs are pretty portable. Um, so yeah, that's basically why it's on the list. 71, I have earphones. I have earphones on right now. Earphones are pretty useful. More people should use them. There's a lot of people that play their shit out loud on their phone. A lot of people need to start using earphones. But they're pretty important. And I think that's the last one, 71.
Yeah, that's it.
Anything that was like, what? No way.
Um,
Condoms.
Condoms, the earphones, and well, say 78, 76, 77, and 75.
76 and 75.
Yeah.
76 was money, and 75 was rocket chips.
Yeah, money. It's crazy, man. I understand how. No, money's just very valuable. It's very important. It's what helps us get anything in this life right now. But if you don't, I really don't care for money. I'm the type of person who doesn't care for it. I literally don't care for money.
It's just a modern concept. We've been trading since the beginning of civilization. Trading and bartering before money even existed.
That's true. But that was just it. That was just those three. All right. Let's start it off with my list, my 10, going from 80 to 71. At 80, we have VHS tapes. VHS tapes were a physical format used to record and watch movies and TV shows at home. They allow people to own or rent films, just like Blockbuster. I used to go to Blockbuster a lot. You go to Blockbuster?
I went there.
I love going to Blockbuster. Always renting out hella movies, watching videos. I took a lot of games too. I actually have a couple of VHSs here in my house. I got the original Pokemon movie, the original what else? The original Rugrat movie. I wonder how much that would go for. You think that would sell for a bit? The original Pokemon movie, VHS?
I think so. It depends on how rare it is.
I have to check that out. But yeah, it's up there at 80 because they were eventually replaced by DVDs, and eventually DVDs were replaced by streaming. Almost everything is streaming.
You have a VHS player in your house?
I do not.
Okay.
For
I don't think I
79?
have one either.
For 79, I have cassette tapes. Cassette tapes were used to record and play audio, especially music. They made music portable and personal through devices like Walkmans. Have you ever used the Walkman?
No. Have
I
you?
also have not.
I was
have
gonna
not
say,
used the Walkman.
No way you used one.
The Walkmans are crazy.
Your first musical device must have been the MP3,
Yeah.
iPod Nano.
Yeah, MP3, iPad. At 77, we have plasma TVs. Plasma TVs were among the first large flat screen televisions. They offered better color and contrast than the early LCDs. I love me a good, well, used to love me a good plasma TV. They were really nice, man. I enjoyed it. I'm an electronic guy. I love TVs. Like I really do. If I could have like a 60 to 70 inch in every room, I probably could. I probably would, depending on how big the rooms are.
You put one in your kids' room?
I already have one in there.
Okay.
Well, they have a 55 inch. I mounted it to the wall.
Close enough.
That's my 77 plasma TVs. All right. I skipped 76. Ruler sticks. Ruler sticks were invented to gauge how long items were, and they were eventually replaced by, I forgot what they're called.
Measuring tape,
Measuring tape. Yes.
maybe. I think that's what construction workers use.
Yes, they do. You got it right. Let's start off with 75 again. We're gonna start off with 75 again.
Go.
All right. All right. So coming in at 75, we have baby monitors. The reason it's this high is because there's really no need for the baby monitor. When I had mine, it was just very loud and annoying, and it's just when you have a kid, the doctor tells you that you have to let the kid cry a little bit. Like let them cry. And for the most part, a lot of parents want their kids sleeping next to them. So what's the need for the baby monitor? I get we want to hear them, make sure they're safe and they're breathing fine. But if they're sleeping in the same room as you, which is normal for American families, then there's really no need to waste the money on the baby monitor. I didn't buy one for my first daughter. She literally slept beside me the entire time. She slept beside me until what? Maybe like she was 2 years old, and then I gave her her own room. Well, she had her own room at two, but she still slept in the same bed as me. So the baby monitor is just used to monitor your baby, let you hear them. Because I had the original one, the one where you just hear them when they make noises, not the one where you can see them.
Okay.
That's my 75. My 70, my 74 was the bottle sterilizers. I went out my way to buy things to hand clean the bottle to make sure the bottle was sterilized for the baby. When I learned you can just grab that bottle and put it in boiling water. Once once water reaches a boiling temperature of I forgot how high, it sterilizes the item. Did you know that?
Um, that makes sense.
So yeah, there's no need for me to grab hand sanitizer, grab wipes, and grab different types of tools to clean a bottle when I could just set the stove up, put it on there, sterilize the bottle within a couple of seconds. But that's my 74 bottle
the
sterilizers.
the dishwasher isn't enough.
Huh?
The dishwasher isn't enough.
I think it's on here. Nah.
No, I mean like to sterilize the bottle. The dishwasher
Oh no,
doesn't do
it's
that.
not enough.
Oh,
To fully sterilize something is to. I'd have to give you the accurate definition, but it's not going to sterilize just from the dishwasher. Coming in at 73, I put these things together because I was thinking about it when I was writing it down. Is the baby strollers. Baby strollers are used for parents who want to push their kids around, take them places where they can push them and use their other hands to grab items. I did not use a baby stroller for my first two kids. There is no reason to have a baby stroller, especially if you're in a two-parent household. I carried my daughter everywhere with no issues at all. I always held her, and then we went inside the stores. I put them in the cart, and then for the most part, as your kids growing up, you don't want to take them out because they can get sick quickly. Their immune system is low. You'd rather keep them in the house. So one person keeps the baby in the house. One person goes out and takes care of their needs. Come back when they get older, and you start taking them out. There's nothing wrong with carrying your child. I understand people get tired. Some people can't do it. So I guess the strollers is for the people who can't hold their children. Understandable, but I did not need it at all. My grandpa actually bought me a baby stroller. Never used it once. It was a waste of money. I am sorry. I'm sorry that I wasted your money, but I just never. I didn't want to use it, man. It's too much. Get out my car.
and
What's up?
like how does that even work? If you go to the grocery store, you got to
It-
push the stroller and the cart.
yeah, that's that's a lot. And
Hmm.
then once you're done gathering all the groceries, you pay for them, take them back to checkout. Then you gotta One person has to put the baby in the car and then put the stroller up while the other person's putting up the groceries. Or I can hold my baby, get to the car, put them in the car, put the groceries up, put the cart up, and get out of there. So much time saved by not using a baby stroller. I'm glad I didn't use them. Coming in at 72, I have prosthetic robotics. Like, I've seen the reason I have this right here is because I recently seen one created, and I don't know how they are useful. I know they help people who don't use their arms or lose their legs or loses a ligament or a limb, But how, in what way, shape, or form does it help them if it's robotic? Because it's not actually connected to them. It's just like put on there like a fake one, like a fake prosthesis, and it doesn't move. Do you think they've got to a point where they can use their mind to make the prosthetic move?
I thought it. I thought it connects to their nerves. It doesn't.
I watched it, but I don't think it works like that. I don't think we have gotten that far. I've seen someone I've seen one of the videos I was watching. The guys who made it tried to go to Shark Tank and to sell their items. They were spending like, I don't know, around $5,000 to make one, and they made like 100, and they had like 100 customers. They were trying to make it bigger, but I'm not seeing no reviews on it. I'm not seeing anything else. So I think I think it's pretty cool, but it's pretty useless.
I
Unless,
think the.
what's up?
Go ahead.
What you about to say?
I was gonna say I think the regular prosthetics work pretty fine. I mean, look at LeVar Ball. He's doing just fine.
Yes. Yes. True. 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 My 71, I have medical imaging. The X-rays, the MRIs.
Oh, you're throwing it all in one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why haven't we came up with a better version of X-raying yet? Why, when you go to the doctors, they have to put a whole kilt on every other body part, and then everyone wants to step away, and not. It's like they don't want to get any type of radiation. Well, when will there become a safer version to X-ray your body? When will this become obsolete?
I don't know. I think it's gonna cost money, but it ain't broke. So why fix it? Why improve it?
I mean,
I don't like those things anyway, especially at the dentist, because my traps are too big, and it always like hits it, and it's just not good.
I hate when I go to the dentist and they're getting ready to check it out, and they put the little block in there, and now they have to put the scope super close, and then everyone runs out the room. Like, why are we leaving the room right now? How dangerous is this?
Yeah, I might turn into a ghoul if I keep getting X-rays. Too much radiation.
Yeah,
That's a Fallout reference.
but I got you. But that's my list.
Nice list. So that was our 80 through 71. Next week we're gonna do 70 through 61. Hope you guys enjoyed the series. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm your host Pennywise TV.
And I'm your co-host, Unknown Skills. I will do a lot better next week.
See you guys next week. Peace.